This arrived in the mail, and it is a smart AI box. I don't think much of the name, I've got to tell you. Smart AI box doesn't actually tell you what this does. But if you look on the back, it's got pictures of CarPlay. What this does is it turns cars with wired CarPlay, which this Kia Seltos has, into a car with wireless CarPlay. In the last unit we tested, it looked okay to begin with, and then the cracks started to show. It was not all that good with calls. Now I noticed that this is already open at the bottom. I didn't do that, that's how it came. So perhaps somebody's had a look at this already. Let's open it up and have a look at what's inside. So that's the box, I'll put that up there. This is a really classy, looks a bit like a jewelry box. That's very nice. All right, let's open that up. Oh, wow. That is a very smart looking thing. It looks a little bit like any other very large dongle. We've got USB-C, so presumably in here as well, I'm going to find myself a USB-C cable. Now I'm not going to worry about pulling these out. One's a USB-C to USB-C, the other's USB to USB-C. You get two cables, and thankfully an instruction book. So that's what you get in the box. I already have a USB-C cable because that's what I was using to tether my phone. Alrighty, let's get this show on the road. So let's put all of that stuff up the top so you can see what came in the box. I'm going to have a little bit of a look and then I'll come back to you. The instruction manuals on these things are usually pretty difficult to understand. So this does Android and wireless CarPlay, which is really interesting. All right, so first of all, what I'm going to do is unpair my phone. So let me get my phone, turn the car on. Okay. Alrighty, now I'm going to go into Bluetooth. I'm just going to tell it to forget this car so that there's no possible way that things can get confused, and I will go into the car, into phone connection, phone connections, delete devices, and I'm deleting this, okie dokie. Right, so there's no possible way this phone can now pair to the car. So let's go through and follow these instructions. Phone up there, righty-o. All right. Compatible cars. Original car must have wired CarPlay. So to confirm, these don't give your car Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. That's got to be in the car already, and this car I know has it. So insert the product into the USB interface in your car. All right, let's do that. Alrighty. Okay, I've done that, and you can now see a couple of lights on this unit, a green and a red light on my smart AI box. All right, I've done that. Click CarPlay on the original. All right, so while CarPlay, okay, so that's presumably telling me to connect to CarPlay. Carry fees my phone CarPlay. Okay, so I've just followed the instructions to connect to CarPlay, and you can see that it's coming up to connect the smart AI box. Restart to screen calibration. So does it want me to restart the car? Okay. Rightio. So I did restart the car, or restarted the infotainment system, and it has recalibrated the screen. It's coming up with Smart AI box powered by Android. Paired devices. All right, so let's go to... I've clicked Smart AI box. It's asking me to pair. All I've done is do this from the phone so far. Allow favorite contacts sync. I'm going to allow that. It says Bluetooth connected. Patsy 2, which is my phone. Alrighty. So I pressed connect Smart AI box and it's come up use CarPlay because I was wondering how to connect it to CarPlay because it didn't give me an obvious connection, but obviously telling it to reconnect the AI box and it's come up with CarPlay. So this now has given me CarPlay, and by the way, this is what it looked like when I had it plugged in. What I'm going to do is turn the car off and open the door as if I've gone. Let's start the car. That's amazing. Now, the previous box that I tested took a very long time to come up to CarPlay, a very long time. This came up almost instantly. All right, so far so good. I'm really liking this. Hey Siri, call David Brown mobile.
Calling David Brown mobile.
It's not going to answer.
Alan, it's Chris Ledbetter here.
Hello, Chris. It's just a quick call. I'm doing a film testing a new Apple...
Just a tick, I'll put you on speakerphone.
Okay. First of all, can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can. So can Chris.
Lovely. I'm testing a new AI box that's converting wired CarPlay into wireless CarPlay.
Right.
So I wanted to see how easily it works. So far, it's all good. The last one I tested, you couldn't hear me, or no caller could hear me. So this seems to be very good.
Yeah, no, that's working.
Works very fine.
Awesome. What I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect this box and connect through the car system and see if that makes any difference. And I'll call you back.
Then give us a ring.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
See you, mate.
Bye. Hey Siri, call David Brown mobile.
Calling David Brown mobile.
G'day.
Right, now, how does that sound?
Almost the same.
So all I've done is unplug the AI box and plug the phone back into the car.
Yeah, look, I don't think it sounds...
Makes very little difference.
Very little difference.
Perhaps a slight less mechanical.
So it's probably the car's microphone then?
Quite possibly.
Very interesting. All right, gentlemen, thank you very much for your time.
Good to hear you, mate.
Take care.
See ya.
So there you go. There was not that much difference in it between the car's microphone on wired CarPlay and the AI box on wireless CarPlay. I'm going to use this for the next week and I'm going to see how it goes. So I'll plug that back in again. Let's just see if this has ruined it in some way. All right. Let's see if my phone just automatically reconnects. Nothing's happened so far. Maybe I have to go... it did take a while. It took a little while to come up. The AI box Apple CarPlay symbol came up. So it did take a while to connect to it. Not as fast as it is to connect to normal CarPlay through the wire. Right, that must have been... That time must have just been it connecting to wireless CarPlay. So had I done nothing, it probably would have connected. Well, that's a little disappointing. That does take quite a while to come up as opposed to it being plugged straight into the car. But nonetheless, the sound seems to be pretty good. And I'll report to you at the end of the week how this has gone.